Yes, guys, it is this cold. Look at Ranger was on the ice over there. It's 11 out and we're hiking, but I had something on my mind, and so rather than wait until later, I'm gonna go ahead and hold this phone with my frozen hand and get it done. It'll probably be a shorter video. The thing that was on my mind is just this whole, it's 1 John chapter 4, verse 20, where John is telling us that if we say we love God but we hate our neighbor, that we don't love God, and he specifically even calls us liars. So you hear that, and gosh, we've all had people that we weren't crazy about through the years. We've probably got someone right now you're not crazy about. Maybe someone you really don't like, someone you can't stand. And in some ways, maybe the things relative to that person are a good cause not to like them. Ranger's found a deer leg and it's frozen to the ground. She can't get it up to chew on it. Anyway, I think that what we have to focus on is that we were all made in the image of God. Something that I also try to spend a lot of time thinking about is how much pain I've put God through, how much pain we've put God through. Think about how before we sinned, when God created things, everything for him was looking at it and being grateful and thankful and happy and feeling good about it. Like it says in Genesis, where he looked at what he had created and called it good and felt good about it. For him to be able to get us back in the fold, he's had to witness so many horrific things, and this continues to this day. So we think about what Jesus did for us, and that was huge. But what we don't spend a lot of time thinking about is the all day, everyday business of being God and having to be an observer of all the evil that takes place in this world. Every single thing. So I try to remind myself of that when I get irritated with someone, when something's not going quite the way I would like it to with a person, somebody does something that I don't approve of. How many things have we done that God hasn't approved of? How many things are going on in this very moment with the 8 billion people on the planet that God doesn't approve of, but he's willing to continue suffering through it for one more person to get on in his family. So I want us all tonight at 7 p.m. to pick a person, maybe and a situation in life that we're not happy about, that we don't approve of, that we don't like. And I want us to specifically pray about that. I also want us to pray as a third thing for a situation that maybe we've had some fear of. Maybe it hasn't happened yet. It's just something that's out there. And let's face it, we spend a lot of time thinking about stuff that's out there that hasn't happened and maybe is never even going to happen. So I really want us to concentrate tonight on adding to whatever your list is, something that is where you're praying for someone that you've got a major problem with and it's pulling you down spiritually. You also pray for a situation that you feel really bad about as well. And then pray about something that maybe you've been fearing and you've been looking at out there that you're looking out. And all that is not trusting that God has, the reins. Because if we know that God has a plan, we know he doesn't get stumped and he doesn't get caught off guard. So pray about those things tonight at 7 p.m. Pray in earnest. Pray like your prayers matter, because they do. There are so many things that have happened throughout you know, it's written in the Bible, different people that have had relationships with God talking about how showing up for this, praying for that, doing this, it makes a difference, because God gave us that ability to interact with him to get things done. Jesus was here, but he's not here now as far as in a physical body, and you and I are. So it's up to us to help him out and do our part. So, and I'm doing my part by making this video and praying tonight at 7, but I'm getting ready to put this down because my hand is freezing. Although Ranger did get her deer bone loose from the ground, and now she's got a good little meal going on. So anyway, interesting, just as a note, I've noticed with her, when she finds something that, like this one's been frozen and the marrow is still good in it, she'll just chew and chew and chew on that. If it's something that has gone bad and or is gone, then she's not interested. So you know, she even inherently understands the value within this animal that is no longer here, but it's creating strength in her bones. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Pray with me at 7 p.m. tonight, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm getting my hand back in my glove.